a number or a name. I always used to think in such a way whether I want to be a number or do I want to be a name. Let me explain. If you pick up the newspaper today and go through all the news, you will come across a news which will probably say that 50 people either met an accident or are suffering from a disease, so on and so forth. Now that's just a number, right? We don't know who those 50 people are, where do they come from. Apart from their near ones, close relatives and friends, we don't really know. So they have just kind of being minimized to be a number. Whereas even if a pet for a well-known person or celebrity falls sick or shows some signs of sickness, that becomes a breaking news. And that's what I mean when I say to be a name. So you could either be a name or we all could be confined just to a number. So that is how I used to think. But what has happened in the last 7-8 months due to COVID has made me realize that it doesn't really matter whether you're a number or a name, because both of those decisions are based on external factors. It's based on how we want the world to look at us. It is not something which is coming from within. It is not something which is coming from our soul. It is more reflective of how we want ourselves to be perceived, to be viewed by the external world. And it doesn't matter, right? Like for COVID, it doesn't matter whether you're a number or a name. You can still catch COVID, and we have seen that over the last 7-8 months. What I realize is what is important is to really understand what you want to do, where you are in your present space, because we spent a lot of time either thinking about the future, worrying about all the things that would probably never happen, or we think about the past and regret about what we could not do, because that's how our minds work. Hindsight is always 20/20, so our mind always makes us think we could have done something better in our past life in terms of past years. And by doing that, what we are not doing is what we are not using or enjoying what we have today, which is this moment right now in front of us. And to be able to live this moment completely, what matters is doing something that you actually love to do, something that doesn't make your souls miserable, doesn't kill your soul, so to speak, doesn't murders it, but actually feeds it. You actually feel complete. You can spend endless hours. You can spend 10,000 hours just doing something and not feel tired or not feel miserable even a little bit, doing something like that. And that's what I want to aspire to. That's what I want to look for. In pursuit of something that gives me happiness to be in the present, I looked online, tried to find different resources to understand how this could be done. So I came across a concept from Japan. It's a philosophy that has been used in one of the provinces. That's how they live their life. It's a province of Okinawa, and there was a study done for the blue zones, the zones where we see longevity of life, better health, better wellness of people, to understand what are they doing differently that can be brought to the larger population around the world. So the Okinawa province people, most of them never retire. They keep working till the time their bodies are able to physically do the work. They are healthy, they have longer lives, and most of all, they have a happy life, fulfilled lives, as they call it. Now, what this whole concept is, it's a concept called IKIGAI, and there are 4 tick boxes that we look for when we think about work, which fits this Ikigai philosophy. So what Ikigai says is your work should tick 4 boxes. It should be something that you love, something that you're good at, something that you can get paid for. Since it's easy to say that you don't need money to be happy, but you need a minimum amount of money so that that can take care of the basic necessities of you and your family's daily lives. And the fourth is what the world needs. So let me repeat: something that you love, something that you can become good at or you're already good at, something that you can get paid for, since that's a very important piece as well, and something that the world needs. So if something that you do, if your work ticks all these four boxes, that's your ikigai. That is something that you can spend endless hours, 10,000 hours to attain mastery in doing something like that. That is something that you can completely enjoy without feeling tired, without feeling miserable, without feeling fatigued end of the day. So it's like in our childhood when we used to go play for 1.5 hours, and the 1.5 hours used to end. It was still 90 minutes, but we always felt the time just got over so soon. However, if we had to study for like 3 hours, sometimes we used to find those 3 hours like 8 hours, which are never ending. And we were always looking at the clock. When are we gonna get to play a game? And that's the concept of ikigai. If you find something that ticks all the four boxes, our soul feels pure joy. Our soul feels fulfilled, and that's why we end up spending time doing that. So it's not work anymore. It actually becomes play for you, and you are able to play for long. And that's what I'm trying to do here through this YouTube channel. I had written some songs about 3-4 years back in Bangalore, and I thought one day I will produce them, I will release them, I will sing it out, share with the world. And obviously that has not happened over the last 7-8 years. And that's what I did here during the lockdown, to kind of put it out there, and got great encouragement from my family, from my friends, from my friends, which obviously motivated me to do more and more. But more than that, I think it gave me what ikigai could feel like. That spending time doing something where you completely lose track of time. I have to still figure out all the different parts. And maybe this is my ikigai, maybe this is not. The one way to find it out is to try out different things and see which of that thing is able to tick all four boxes, so that you can then do it for the next 20-30 years of your life, and really do something that gives you real happiness and gives you an opportunity to stay in the now. And it's very important to stay in now. For example, if you look at music and if you're playing a note, unless you are fully present, you will never be able to hit that note. So if you're thinking about past, if you're thinking about future, something will go wrong. It won't sound right. And that's what I have experienced. That music helps me to be in that now, to be in that present, to really forget about everything and really concentrate on always trying to see, okay, which is the next note, which is the next chord I need to play so that it sounds right. And that's what gives me a practice to be in the now and to really enjoy now, which is practically what we really have. Everything else is in our mind, but now is something that we are experiencing right now, sitting here, me recording this video, you watching this video whenever you do. So that is all there is in terms of what we can feel and what we really control. So this is my journey that I intend to share as I go along on the path to find my ikigai. And if you have any experiences, personal experiences, or any suggestions, or some other concepts which can help us understand what we should do in our lives, please do share those in comments. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, so that if I put a new video on how my ikigai is progressing, you can get a notification and we can connect over that. And also, if I put out a new song, either a cover or my original song, you can enjoy that as well. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm wishing you all the best. Bye for now.